Hey folks, Craig Robbins here, Team LA with Mary and Craig's tip of the day here. We've got 5 minutes on business. Interesting idea that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start off with a really interesting survey that was done by What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School. So Harvard, what they did is they did a study of Harvard students that were getting their MBAs, and they were found out that in 1979 they did this study, and they found out that they were going to talk about goal setting, and they asked them this one question. They said, have you set clear written goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? Okay. And they asked that for the graduating class of the Harvard Business School in 1979. Okay. Interesting. They found out that results were that 3% of the people had goals in writing. So 3% of the class had goals in writing. Okay. 13% had goals, but they weren't in writing. So they said, yeah, they're in my head. I kind of know them. They got some goals. Okay. 84%, they said they had no specific goals at all. Here's the interesting thing. They went back 10 years later and they found out that the 13% with the goals were earning on average twice what the 84% that didn't have goals were earning. Okay. So that's a really clear indication that setting goals, makes a lot of sense, because that 13% did well. But what's really amazing is they looked at the 3% and they found out that the 3% that they were earning on average 10 times as much as the 97% of the class put together. So the people that had written goals were just cleaning up, just doing an amazing job. Why do I bring this up today? Because I think a lot of us we're in the doTERRA business and we haven't written out our goals. Writing them out, making a plan, you'd be surprised at how valuable that is in terms of focusing you and helping you think about the direction you're taking your business. How many of you have actually set any goals that are in writing? And you say, oh, I have them in my head. I'm just trying to get to Premier. I'm just trying to get to silver or gold or whatever. But you know what? That's not enough. You got to have a more comprehensive plan on how you're going to do that. So what we like to do is we like to say, look, get your career goals sorted out, figure out what success looks like to you, figure out how you're going to get there from a career perspective. But we also say, make sure you don't fall short on planning out how your health and how your relationships are going to work into this, because those three things are really powerful in terms of goal setting. Setting the three things up to work together are really important, because it's no good if you get some really good success going under your belt and all of a sudden your health goes sideways because you've been ignoring it, or your relationships, people get ignored and they're not feeling like they're getting the love that they need to be getting, that kind of thing. So you want to balance these things all the time. And again, Mary always talks about balance. I think that's one of her strongest offers to all of us, is this concept of balancing these things together. And we all have our own sense of what that balancing act is in terms of health and in terms of relationships and in terms of your own success in your business. So what I'd encourage all of you to do is sit down, take a piece of paper, and map out your goals. Map out where you're going. Be that 3%. I think you'll find it makes a huge difference in terms of where you're going. Now, some of you might think, yeah, you know what, Craig, that's way too simple. I like to go a lot deeper. And I go, okay, fine. You can go deeper. You can get into, every category, whether it's into spirituality and hobbies and travel and all the kinds of things that you might want to get in. You can get very detailed with this, and it's not a problem. But here's what I recommend. What I recommend is that you need to be patient. Okay, be patient, because it takes time to build a business. It takes time to build your skills up and get people so that they feel confident working with you as a leader. Think about people in doTERRA that you really want to be like in terms of just what you've seen, and see if you can't emulate them. Why invent the wheel? I mean, if you feel like you've got some people that have built the kind of career you want, then figure out how you're going to emulate that. Okay. Nothing happens in this business without a conversation. So I recommend for people, in terms of goal setting, talking to people about it is an important thing, because it helps put it out there as a declaration in language. Okay. Your attitude, make sure that makes it into your business planning, because managing your attitude is about the only thing you can really manage. I mean, you can't manage your fingernails growing, your hair growing, your digestion, your breathing. Try managing your breathing. You hold your breath, you're going to pass out and start breathing again. You can't manage it. But you can manage your attitude largely. So give it a good shot. Decide that you're going to be an expert. From a goal perspective, being an expert at some aspect of doTERRA is really important, whether it's on the oils, or whether it's the back office, or whether it's how to do a class, or whether it's just everything about frankincense. Be an expert at something. Decide, commit yourself. You don't have to be an expert right now. You can commit yourself to becoming an expert and learning like crazy about it. And I think you'll find the people that have done the best in this business have decided to commit to being an expert at something related to the business, as opposed to something related to the product. So they're not always experts on the product, they're experts on the business, how to create structure, how to build enrollers, how to use systems, how to build systems. And then for those of you that are trying to figure out in your business plan, put in the PIPES program. If you haven't seen it from the Share Success, put in PIPES, because I think you're going to find that the prepare, invite, present, enroll, and that whole concept, the IPE is the most valuable part of it, okay? So if you're spending all your time, servicing people at the end, or you're spending your time preparing at the beginning, but you're not doing the enroll and present, you're missing stuff. So invite, present, enroll, IPE, that's a really important aspect in terms of your business plan. So map that out and feel free to, share that with somebody. Look at somebody in your upline and sit down and say, what do you think of this as a business plan? Because they might have ideas and you together might build a better business plan. Again, if the results show that people that have written out goals and written out future can produce more, then why wouldn't you try it? I mean, it's worth an hour of your time with a pen and pencil. Don't worry if you don't feel like it's really good, because then you talk to somebody about it. Then you start trying to work on it and get it to improve. I think you'll find that it'll be helpful for you in terms of directing you and your business and directing your energy. So good luck with that, folks. I look forward to it. Again, another 5 minutes on business. Hope this helps.